Hello there, Taylor with the Armageddon Report. This is cyclocane.com. Tropical Storm Daniel is now in the house. Well, formerly Tropical Depression 4E now gets a name and it's Daniel. Oh, and I've just realized that means I need to update that. So it's whatever the E thing is. Here, let me open this in a new tab so we can find out real quick. That would be Amelia. So the next Eastern Pacific name storm will be Amelia, and that will be whenever the next tropical cyclone storm reaches tropical storm status or whatnot. That's when they get a name, at least in the National Hurricane Center guidelines. So here is where Daniel is headed. So Hawaii, as you can see, is in the path. However, if you go to this map where, things are actually labeled really quickly, now you can click on the points and they'll tell you what the knots are, but if you don't happen to know that like 30 knots / 35 miles per hour is a tropical depression, it doesn't help you as quickly as this does. Anyway, so both of these things are from the official National Hurricane Center path. But so my point here is that NHC is showing Daniel weakening. So if that continues, then hopefully Hawaii wouldn't be in as much danger. However, there could still be lots of rain and such. But as it stands right now, Daniel is booking pretty much straight to Hawaii. He's going on vacation, apparently. I don't know. So for the heck of it, let's take a look at the spaghetti models. Yes, because we love pasta. I don't know. So we can do the intensity predictions. These are the max predicted knots speed, wind speeds. So TVCC still showing 144. That'd make it what, like 160 miles per hour? That's like a category 3 or 4 something. I have no idea. I have not memorized it, because there's just too many numbers swimming around in my head or something. But the rest of them are fairly, on the mark of the saying somewhere between 30 and 60. So I'd probably say 60 knots, which probably would be the 70 miles per hour, right? OFCL, in fact, I think is the official, I think that's what that stands for, is the official path. So 60 knots probably translates to 70 miles per hour-ish. Anyway, so yes, that's what's going on with Daniel. And let's go back to the main map where it's wider. So this area over here, Northwest Pacific, that formerly had as high as, what was it? It was as high at one point, is completely gone again. So, but over here we have 10%, ooh, I don't know. Oh, and one more thing, you can now get some of the satellite views. So if we zoom in here, there you can see Tropical Storm Daniel on this is the AVN, which is something for aviation, I have no idea. There's like 20 different satellite views that you can get to look at stuff. But anyway, and there's also like West Pacific. Let's see if that loads that over there. There we go, yay! So you can see stuff like that. However, these image overlays are not precisely aligned, so you have to look at it in relation to where it's showing outlines on its map. Don't take it as the gospel or whatnot compared to the rest of the map. Sure. So Amelia being the next one. Yeah, will we be seeing Amelia soon? I doubt it. I don't know. So who's sick of hearing about the excessive heat? I know I am. I'm sick of experiencing the excessive heat, right? So it's just a plague upon the land of all this excessive heat. And then back here would be red flag warnings, so that's a fire-related stuff. All of the peach stuff is the wonderful heat advisories. Not sure what the blue is, or severe weather statement apparently is what it was, but now it's apparently a flood advisory. So what's up with that? How can they have both a flood and a whole lot of heat? That's just wrong. Right, so here's the map. So here is the light at the end of the tunnel. This is today's high temperatures. So see, this is about where all of the heat advisories and excessive heat warnings are. But if you go all the way to Sunday, hey, all of the intense reds disappears out here. So hopefully, but Saturday, still hot. So hopefully Sunday we'll be seeing a cooling off. I have no idea. I'm not a meteorologist. I don't know the future. No, I don't. Here's what's going on at Wicked Wicks, though. This is the severe thunderstorm weather, severe thunderstorm outlook. I can't think of words anymore. So let's take a look at the watches that are currently in effect. Out here, so West Virginia, let's see, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Kentucky, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, all sorts of stuff, and a band of storms, and I'm sure that's probably where most of the warnings are coming from. Let's take a look at that at the moment, right there. So they appear to be booking basically south. How about that? So that's what's going on at the moment, which I always say, of course, by the time you're watching this, will be completely out of date and won't be in effect at all. So here's what's going on with the wind map. So the highest chance of some sort of severe weather event today is wind, and that's 30%, and then a 15% back there. And of course, the 15% areas are where the slight risk areas are. 15 is the first threshold, that gets you slight risk, if you see that. And then 45 is the next one, that gets you moderate risk, and 60, I believe, gets you the high risk area. If it's wind and hail, and it changes. If it's a tornado, like the second you move to like 30% tornado chance, I think it's high. I forget. Anyway, so moving on to the hail map, that's where you just see the slight risk area. Let's compare it to this. So there's much more widespread area for wind today than there is hail, at least out in here. And then tornado-wise, 2%. So South Dakota, Wyoming, a bit of Montana, that's apparently it. So let's take a look at this one. So let's pick this random point. This is to explain the numbers. What does this 30% mean? We'll pick this random point in Tennessee, and we say, what the 30% means is that there's a 30% chance that where my mouse cursor is, or in an area within 25 miles of where my mouse cursor is, there is a 30% chance that someone will see a severe wind event. So nearly 1 in 3. If it were 33.3 repeating, it would be 1 in 3. Anyway, so yes, there's what's going on today. Let's see if this is the most recent one. Yes, it is. 12:20, 1 p.m. CDT. So this is the most recent day 2 map. I don't know why I looked at that. Anyway, so here's the risk area tomorrow. Let's take a look at the probability map, where you can see a whole bunch of the East Coast still affected, southeastern type states. And then New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine up there with a 5%. These areas probably connect, but I guess they don't do that with the Storm Prediction Center because there's Canada. You know, Canada not in the United States jurisdiction, so they don't make the map connect or something of the sort. I don't know how that works. Anyway, day after tomorrow, not days after tomorrow. It's a slight risk again. Ohio, Pennsylvania, a whole bunch of states with the 15%, and then we can look at what on earth that is. It seems like it's making some kind of a creature shape, but here's all the 5% stretching all about the place. And then days 4 through 8 actually has something on the map. And basically, it looks like days 3 threat is going to carry on over to day 4. So for the past 2-3 months, I have no idea. It's been saying predictability too low, but this is what happens when there is some sort of agreement between timing and or location. Well, actually, it would need to be timing and location. It's not and or at that point. Anyway. So, yes, there is actually a threat on the northeastern type area for day 4. So that would be July 8th. This is the first time in a while that we've seen something. So that can be something big. I have no idea. But if you read this, it'll talk about retrograde stuff, access, lots and lots of buzzwords. If you read it and memorize it, then you can sound smart to all your friends or something. Yes, I know about that boundary layer and the moderately flow loft with fringes. I don't know. Anyway, so that's what's going on with days 4 through 8. SevereWeatherTV.com is the official home of this wonderful, whatever the hell this is. Oh, did I say hell? I'm not supposed to say that. Whatever the heck, HE double hockey sticks, whatever the HE double hockey sticks it is you're watching, this is the official home thereof. Yeah, Severe Weather TV, if you click on that, you get to watch the old ones. For whatever reason, you get to hear about Tropical Storm Dindo, which, you know, that happened previously or something. Anyway, so yes, today, in a whole bunch of states, you should pay attention. You should always pay attention anyway, because who knows what's going to go on. Everything's either on fire, or it's underwater, or there's some kind of derecho event going on, sweeping winds and knocking out power everywhere. Yeah. The WikiWix is wickedwx.com. There's also, of course, the lovely National Weather Service, weather.gov. I've forgotten what its name is, and Storm Prediction Center, and Cyclocane, of course, is cyclocane.com and covers the wonderful National Hurricane Center and Joint Typhoon Warning Center stuff whenever there is data available to actually show. And yeah, so I don't know. that was the end of it. That was a wonderful, wonderful blah ending. So, enjoy your day.